Hello, hello. Welcome back to Underrated Movies. I'm your guy. I'm your man, Mr. Alton Henry. Today, I would like to talk to you about another underrated film that you need to check out. You got to check out, especially if you have Netflix. This film I am going to recommend is a sci-fi thriller and a very unique one, and it's one I think it's severely underrated on its platform. And to be honest, I really think this is probably one of the best performances from this actor right here, Boyd. Oh, Holbrook, I think that's his name. The movie I'm going to talk to you about, and I recommend, is In the Shadows of the Moon, starring Boyd Hordbrick or Hordboy 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 Cleopatra Coleman and Michael C. Hall. It's a story about a Philadelphia police officer who is tracking down a potential serial killer that spans on 2 decades. It becomes a lifelong exception to him, to the police officer to track down this killer, where the killer somewhat reappears every 9 years, and it's a very uniquely film. It's a film that I believe felt like a throwback to uh to like 1990s science fiction, like late 1990s. It kind of has that kind of vibe, at least for me, where I think it's more on story than spectacle, and I really appreciate that. It's a very, I think, story driven film. I think it's a film that experiments with ideas, and I really love where these ideas do go. Now, not I don't think a lot of them gets fleshed out, because I think the central core of the film is about this Philadelphia who plays well by the lead actor Boyd, who I stand firm to say so far out of the work that he's done, I would say this is his best movie, because the guy plays a Philadelphia cop, and you see him kind of go through the ranks, but also kind of come down, where this obsession of trying to track this killer down becomes his whole life obsession. You see him pretty much go almost to the point of insanity of trying to bring this killer down. And you see it, you see it kind of just having an impact with his daughter, with his, well, I won't spoil too much of it, but you see it has an impact on his personal life, and you see the obsession that consumes him, and you see the deterioration of how his life just goes downhill. But he is hell bent on trying to capture this killer, who is played wonderfully by Cleopatra Coleman, which surprisingly I didn't know that she was in. And I remember I saw the film in Infinity Pool, and I recommend seeing that too. This is the same chick, where she plays this killer that's pretty much of an assassin, but you don't know what her role is until the movie kind of further adds on. It's more of a mystery film, and that's what I really liked about this film, is that the long that the as the more that this film goes on, it reveals little details as to what the bigger picture is. Now, again, the film gives you an ideas, and the film experiments with ideas, but it doesn't fulfill the overall world that the film is trying to dish out. It's more centered on it's a chase movie. It's a chase movie, and it centers mostly on this chase story. So all the other ideas that get introduced is more on the back burner for the film to kind of just go along. And I like that the film, for every 9 years, it would tell you what the year is, and then it would feel like chapters. And every 9 years, you see how much the obsession of Boyd's character consumes him, and the further along each almost decade passes by, you see how worse he gets and how insane he becomes to capture or try to capture this person. Uh, and there is a twist which I will not reveal because it's part of the story, and it makes certain ideas within the film introduced make sense. So don't watch any spoilers. I do highly recommend this film. It is not an action heavy film. It is I mean, there's action in the film, but it's more chasing and more drama and experimenting with these ideas. I love that it was more of a detective, gritty, slow burn, and it slowly kind of it all slowly comes together. And I really really liked it about this film. I do recommend you check it out. I do know when it was released there wasn't much hype around it, and shoot, I thought it was so good I had to get my dad to watch it, and he needs to watch it. I showed it to him. He said it was pretty good. It's pretty good, guys. It's pretty good. I really like this film. I really do. And I do think it's probably one of the best sci-fi movies on Netflix. And it's weird that nobody really talks about it. Like I'm telling you, like this one's really good. This one's really good. It's not too sci-fi, and anybody that is, I don't know, just doesn't really like sci-fi because of sometimes it gets a little thought provoking and convoluted. I do recommend checking it out. It's very it's easy. It's kind of easy to follow. It's easy to follow. It's your typical just chase movie, and I highly recommend it. And The Shadow of the Moon. Have you seen it? Comment below. Let me know if you have. But let me know what is your favorite underrated movie.